Hi, and welcome to another tutorial for React. My name is Sinan Teufsen. Today we have a look at controlled inputs. This is what Facebook calls them in their docs, because the meaning is that React instantly knows what you type into an input. So if we have an input field here, normally what you would do is you type in something, and when I hit some submit button, JavaScript will read what is written in this input. But with a control input, we can do much more. For example, we can give live feedback while typing stuff. So if you want to give feedback, if an email is valid or password is valid or stuff like that, it is good to have a control input. And normally when you're working in React, you will use these control inputs. So to create a control input, at first we have to control a state. This is very simple now. It is just state, and let's call it value of the input. I set it to an empty string, and now I can give my input an onChange handler. onChange. So whenever something changes, this onChange handler will be triggered. I provide a function and saying whenever something changes, this set state, and now change value to, oh no, wait, I have to give it the event. So if I only have one parameter, I can also write just E. So give it the event and then change the value of my state to event target value. So now whenever I type something, the state will change too. We can have a very fast look at this. Now beneath our input, we see our value. So when I type something, the value will change accordingly. Thing is, these two are not synchronous at the moment. I type something, the state changes, and I see the state. So it looks as though are in sync. But for example, if I have another thing changing my value, so let's create a button. Let's call it extend value, and we give it a click handler. Saying when I click this, it should change my state. And it should change the value to this dot state dot value and add Scrivito.com. So if I type my name and then extend it to the email, as you see, the state changes, but my input doesn't do. So this is a very, very simple thing that we have to do. Make it a bit easier to read. I set the value of my input to this dot state dot value. So in normal behavior, you won't see a difference. It is also showing me whatever I type. But if I change the state, or the state changes from somewhere else, as you see, my input does too. This is a control input. You need it for a lot of stuff. For example, for a form that gives inline feedback. So if you want to see that, just click on the link below and watch my tutorial for a smart form. Hope you enjoyed this, and see you next time.